Okay, so I remember that when I was starting to come on to Deen, I would watch like educational, like motivational Islamic videos, and my energy would go so high like this, and I would go overboard with everything. But then, with days, the energy would start decreasing, and in a few days, I would be back at my old place because the energy would be zero. It's because, bro, I did not think that how can I make myself do this for the entirety of my life. But there is a concept found in the lives of the companions, which I like to call the concept of the minimum standard, which is basically that you set a minimum standard for yourself and you never go below this standard. On the days you are feeling a lot of energy in you, you go above this standard, but then on the days you are not feeling a lot of energy in you fall back to this standard. Let me explain. Let's say that you want to start praying Hajj. What most people would do is that they would like get motivated for praying that, and then the next day they would pray 11 rakats. Then the next day they would pray like 9, then 7, then 5, then 3, and then the next day they would not even wake up. But what we do is that we set a minimum standard of just witr. That is your minimum standard. And then on the good days that you are feeling that you have a lot of energy in you, you wake up and you pray like 7, 9, 11 rakats. But then on the days that you feel that you do not have enough energy, you are not like feeling your iman at a high, you wake up and you pray just the witr. But you never go below this minimum standard. Never there should be a day that you don't wake up. Like, this is the concept of minimum standard. Like, bro, I hope that you are understanding this. Like, this is basically like the 70 to 75, even 80% of this video. If you set a minimum standard for yourself in everything and you never go below that minimum standard, you would become consistent with Islam. And so what you want to do is you want to set a minimum standard for everything. You want to set a minimum standard for your prayers. Like, if you are just starting out, the minimum standard should be praying all the like first prayers. Then you need to set a minimum standard for like Quran. Like, if you are just starting out again, one with translation would do. Like, that should be your minimum standard. But then on the days you are feeling good, you pray 3, 4, 5 rukus. But then on the days you are not feeling your iman at a high, you fall back to the one ruku. But there should not be a day that you do not even open Quran at all. That is the concept of minimum standard. And then, like, this is a bit advanced. If you have like a standard set and you have been like crushing that standard for like 3, 4, 5 months, and now you like feel that I can do more, you raise that standard a bit. Like, you raise that standard from just one ruku every day to like 2 rukus, 3 rukus. But then this should be your minimum standard. You should never go below this standard ever. Then, bro, as I said at the start of the video, when we watch like educational, like motivational Islamic videos, our motivation goes high. But then as days pass by, it starts decreasing. But if we ask ourselves, how can we have this motivation for the entire life? Well, the answer is simple. Keep watching the educational videos. You need to keep giving yourself the dose of that Islamic content. So what I have decided is that, bro, in a week I watch 2 to 3 full-length videos, which I like to call the FLV. Which, like, these are like long educational videos. What I have decided is that at least one of these will be an Islamic one. And so in this way, when I watch like an hour and 90-minute long like educational video in a week of an Islamic content creator, my motivation will always be at a high. If I keep giving myself the dose, my motivation would always be at a high. And then, bro, don't watch creators who hurt your iman. Like, if there is a creator that you like to watch and he has like music in his videos, and bro, he has the opposite gender in his videos, and bro, whenever you watch his videos, you always feel that your iman has been hurt. Stop watching him, bro. What the hell? Like, do you not even have 2 brain cells that watching this guy is hurting my iman, and I want to become a practicing like a consistent Muslim. But if I keep doing this, it will be hard for me to stay consistent with Islam. Like, bro, if a bad habit keeps hurting you, and if you keep repeating that bad habit will keep hurting you. And then there might be people like who are thinking that, oh my god, watching these creators is not affecting me at all. I can have I can be a practicing like a consistent Muslim even if I am watching these creators. No, bro, you cannot be, because you are the average of the five people you spend the most time with. And this applies to the creators you watch the most as well. You are the average of the five creators you watch the most. And so, if two of those creators are people who hurt your iman, you it will be very hard for you to stay consistent with Islam. Like, if you don't stop watching those creators, you will always snap back to that old position. Then, bro, tell me, how are your real life friends? Because, bro, the Prophet peace be upon him said that a man follows the religion of his friends. Is your iman hurt when you are around those friends? Or is it boosted? Like, do they make you leave your prayers? Or do they make you pray your prayers? Like, if they make you pray your prayers and they remind you, oh, bro, we have to pray, those are very good friends. Those are like a gem friends. Never lose them for the entirety of your life. But then, if they make you leave your prayers, bro, you need to stop spending a lot of time with them. You need to stop hanging out with them as much as you used to. Like, you need to slowly but surely start cutting them off. Because what is more valuable to you? Your iman and your akhirah, or your friendship? It is up to you. It is completely your choice. All I can do is I can tell you how to do something. I cannot force you, because I am on the other side of the screen while you are on that side. And so this is the only thing I can do. And bro, even Allah said this in the Quran. So if you want to leave those friends, the best way I would recommend is that slowly but surely, you stop going out with them. And slowly but surely, you stop talking to them. Like, if you have the courage to go up to them and say, I don't want to be friends with you anymore, you can. But most people, I think, do not have this courage. So, we try the other method. We go slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, like, you start decreasing the time you spend with them. Then, bro, how do you see yourself? Like, do you still see yourself as the person who is non-practicing, who is not consistent with Islam? Or do you see yourself as someone who is practicing and who is consistent with Islam? Like, if you are starting to become good, you need to update your self-image to that as well. If you have a self-image of someone who is not practicing and is not consistent with Islam, but then you start doing the good habits, like you start becoming consistent with Islam, guess what? You will always snap back to your self-image, because a person always snaps back to his self-image. If you have the self-image of someone who is not consistent with Islam, you will be non-consistent with Islam. And so for this, you want to adopt the growth self-image. Like, I have talked a lot about this in the previous 2-3 weeks, but this is that, bro. You say to yourself that I am not at the end point, but I am not at the starting point either. I am somewhere on the path. Like, I am not a fully practicing Muslim, but I'm not a non-practicing Muslim as well. I am becoming practicing. I am on the path. I am growing. I am trying every single day. I am learning every single day. This is the growth self-image which you need to adopt if you want to become consistent with those good habits. And so whenever the thoughts come up in your mind that, bro, this is not me, like, I have never been consistent with Islam, why even try now? Like, first know that those thoughts are from shaitan. And whenever shaitan reminds you of your past, remind him of his future. Just do that. Like, remind him where his end is going to be. Then, bro, ask your strongest ally for help. Like, say that I will do the effort, but you will help me. You're my Lord. I will do the effort, but you will help me. Like, without you, I cannot do anything. Like, bro, make long duas, like, make 10-15 minute long duas. Like, I know it sounds insane, but make long duas. Like, talk to him as you are talking to a friend. Like, have conversations with him. Like, open up to him, start opening up to him. Because when you start opening up to him, you don't need to open up to a lot of other people. And then when you don't need to open up to a lot of other people, you are not dependent on them, because you have someone else. Like, start talking to him as you would talk to a friend. And bro, remember that if you walk to Allah, He will run to you. So just quickly, bro, If you really like my advice and you want to go on a one-on-one call with me so that we can talk on your biggest problems and then we can come up with a solution together, you can click the first link in the description and then that will take you to the page where you can book a call with me. And so do good and I'll see you in Jannah.